Welcome to the What the Guru podcast for December 15, 2024, this Sunday. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. Like, share, subscribe. The What the Guru is here for you for the lower 48 forecast here. We're looking right now at the current temperatures, and right now we're seeing a huge surge of warmth in the Sun Belt states like Texas, the Arkansas region, down in the Gulf Coast states as well. Temperatures in the 70s and 80 degree Fahrenheit from DFW back toward Jacksonville, Tampa, Tallahassee, Miami, surging up through the mid-Mississippi Valley here. And this is what we love to see in the wintertime, and we're in La Nina currently, heading into the wintertime. We started meteorological winter was December 1st, but we have the start of official winter, of course, is December 21st. So we're not into winter yet. We're still in late fall. But you can see here the temperatures are pretty moderate for today. 43 degrees Fahrenheit in Chicago, 57 degrees Fahrenheit in Bakersfield, California. We have 47 degrees Fahrenheit in Seattle. A little bit of a chill up in the Dakotas. They have some snow showers in the Dakotas, North Dakota, and the Black Hills of South Dakota. But even there, it's pretty mild for them. 30 degrees Fahrenheit in Jamestown, North Dakota. A little bit of chill in the Northeast as well, in New England. 30 degrees and 28 degrees respectively Fahrenheit in Maine, but overall pretty good pattern right now. Now that's forecast to change as we go into tomorrow here. You can see this frontal boundaries coming in, bringing a lot of rain and thunderstorms and showers right now through the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee Valley as well, and into the Arkansas region and back toward the hill country of Texas there, as well as on the east coast of Florida. That easterly sea breeze coming in, that easterly breeze bringing cloudy skies and showers that are going to continue tomorrow here on your Monday commute. So anywhere along I-95 from south of Jacksonville, say St. Augustine, down the Space Coast, down to West Palm and Fort Lauderdale and Miami, even into the Keys, rain and thunderstorms and breezy conditions will continue with this low trough system here as well. Steadier rain will continue up into the mid-Atlantic here. So if you can make your way through I-95, up through Petersburg and Richmond, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, Baltimore, up through Philadelphia, New Jersey. Come on, New Jersey Turnpike. Be very careful. Heavy rain, steady rain for your Monday morning commute. And also, freezing rain is possible here way up into New England toward the Canadian border. So if you're heading toward north of Manchester, New Hampshire, the White Mountains of New Hampshire, up into Maine and the Canadian border, be very careful for that freezing rain is possible. And then we also have out west, we have this huge area of mixed precipitation, rain and snow in the valleys from eastern Washington down to the Stovepipe of Idaho, into Yellowstone National Park, and down through Salt Lake City metro area as well. We also have heavy snow possible in the eastern Cascades of Oregon, the Sawtooth Mountains of Idaho, and into northern California here. So if you're coming up along the 5, on the northern California from Alturas to Weed, California, be very careful. Heavy snow is possible in the higher elevations, Mount Shasta and those elevations there as well. Southern California, absolutely fabulous as long as Lake Havasu and Arizona looking fabulous. The Four Corners looking fabulous tomorrow on Monday. Now heading home, look at the hazards for today. According to the National Weather Service, huge area of dense fog advisory. You want to be careful if you're coming along I-35, leaving Tulsa, I-44 leaving Tulsa, heading up into Kansas, I-70 coming up through there, through Omaha, Topeka, Lincoln, the Quad Cities, Davenport, into Chicagoland, West Aurora, all those suburbs, western and northern suburbs of Chicago, up to Racine, Kenosha, Milwaukee, over towards Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities, Rochester, Minnesota. All these areas are going to be in dense fog for visibility less than a mile as well. North of that, we have this winter weather advisory here. This, like I said, toward the Canadian border here. Big Sky country of Montana coming along 90 there, and into North Dakota and the Arrowhead country of Minnesota. We also have winter weather advisories in the purple here, extending in the Appalachians, basically from Asheville, Boone, back up to Roanoke, Staunton, back up towards Hagerstown, Washington County, Garrett County, Maryland, up into Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, and Bedford County, and then over toward Erie, of course, and those areas that been had the snow belt. This will continue through Monday morning, so be very careful if you're traveling in that area. I-81, the typical areas, I-99, I-90 there, the throughway. Be careful. Out west, we just have those typical warnings that we normally see in the Intermountain West, those snow warnings in the purple and the pink there. And then we have high wind warnings in the Cheyenne. So if you're coming up to Cheyenne on I-25 there, be careful from Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins area, Steamboat Springs, high wind warning as those winds are howling across the prairie there from the mountaintops there. So that's what we have going on until the National Weather Service has. On the radar here, you can see there's heavy rain here reflected in these green banding here, but no, not much thunder and lightning. This is kind of a heavy soaking rain here. Anywhere from Charleston along I-64 there, from Charleston, West Virginia, back toward Virginia. We got rain coming up through I-75, I-40, Knoxville, Nashville, back toward I-75, down through Rome, Georgia, heading toward Atlanta suburbs, northern Atlanta suburbs on 575 and 75 there split. And then we have storms coming up through Greenville, a little less storms coming up through Atlanta to Greenville on I-85 there, and I-26. Hendersonville to Asheville, a little bit of rain up there, and that's going to continue to increase later on as we get through our Sunday here. Most of the rain is forecast on the east side, east coast, as this frontal boundary comes through, and like I said, we have that just drip of a snow, kind of like a little clipper, Alberta Clipper system here in the Saskatchewan prairies here, and bringing some snow into the North Dakota, extreme North Dakota, and into big sky country of Montana. So that's what we have going on in the national picture here. And also, if you look at the models here, the GFS model, we have a huge, just kind of like up and down roller coaster pattern for the next 5 or 6 days. You can see here we have a little bit of a surge of a cold air coming up in the next 2 or 3 days, and then it warms up again across most of the country, producing more of a zonal flow going through Friday of this week. And then next week there's a big dive down in the jet stream coming on the Saturday, December 21st. This may produce snow flurries if it can get the right fetch over the Great Lakes here. So people in the Northeast, your snow lovers, there's a chance that on Christmas Day that we could have just a brief burst of snow, but nothing to write home about here. As you can see, by Monday, Tuesday, Christmas Eve, right here, I freeze it on the GFS model. You can see, mostly for those in New York, so on the New York State Thruway from Utica, Syracuse, Rome, back up to the Tug Hill Plateau, and down in the northern Pennsylvania and northern New Jersey, it's possible that you can get a mix of snow and rain, or snow for a brief period of time on Christmas Eve here. But as we work our way through Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, all of it's just getting plain rain here from the East Coast all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and then out west it seems this warm surge of southwesterly winds here, as we noted in red here, from most of the plains, high plains, and Four Corners, and out west. So this is going to be very interesting to see here. Most of us look like we're not going to get a white Christmas besides the extreme northern New England here, possibly northern Maine or something like that. Most of us, all of us, we get rain here, it looks like on Christmas Day, according to the GFS model, if you're in the Ohio Valley, the Mid-Mississippi Valley, Tennessee Valley, or the Mid-Atlantic here. As I advance it forward here, Thursday, the system exits. The day after Christmas, Boxing Day for many people. The system exits here, and you can see it's just left with this pattern here. There's still this kind of pattern here with this ridging. So we have a ridge in the east here, this high warmth pattern here, where the rain exits off the coast here toward the end of the month here, and we don't see a lot of really, really cold air. There maybe the morning lows will be cold, yes. Morning lows will be cold for the eastern 2/3 of the country here, but there's no really Arctic Canadian air coming down that's going to bring a big snowstorm that's coming down for the next 10 days here, unfortunately. So that's what we have looking forward to for those of you who love White Christmas and snow. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode of The Weather Guru, and comment down below what you really like to see for the lower 48 or outside of the lower 48 weather-wise. Talk to you soon. God bless.